Hi, this is Sid.
Hi, this is Aman.
And this is our Tech Lounge, a place where we discuss about tech. And this episode is going to be dedicated to yesterday's Apple launch. So without any further ado, let's get started.
In the yesterday's launch event, we saw 4 major announcements.
Yeah, there was the iPhone, there was the iPad Pro, another one,
Yeah, a smaller one.
smaller one. There was the iOS 9.3, and there was an Apple Watch which was made up of nylon strap.
Just the strap, not the watch. Yeah.
So let's talk about the two things that matter here, the iPhone and the iPad. And we'll start with iPhone because that's more popular. So, Aman, tell me, how excited are you on the new iPhone? The reason I am asking Aman this is because Aman has been an Apple fanboy for quite a long time. He started with iPhone 2G and till 6S he's used everything in between.
I was an Apple fanboy, not really now.
Because of yesterday's launch.
They've lost their, the sheen basically. It's no more exciting. The launches,
Yeah, yesterday's launch was so boring.
it's become so repetitive.
In the first 10 minutes it was about health and environment, and then they came to the phone. Actually, I actually lost the track at that moment. I thought it's just gonna be a healthy, eco-friendly announcement.
The worst part was there was no one more thing. I was looking forward to that.
One more thing, right? But anyhow, let's come back to the iPhones. Yeah, how excited are you about the new iPhone?
Well, personally, for me, it's not a phone for me. I don't think it's a phone for you. But I could say it's a phone for my mother, for my grandmother, who prefers a smaller screen. So the main USP is that it's a 4-inch phone.
No, but my question is, 4-inch phones were cooler. Actually, I have a Galaxy Note 5, so I'm very uncomfortable in situations where I need to use my phone with one hand, say texting a friend in bed or snapping a selfie or something like that. So I would be very excited to use it as a spare phone. But 4-inch as a primary phone, do you think it is a good decision in 2016?
Another reason is that they're completing the portfolio. There is a market for 4-inch, definitely. I know a lot of people who can't use a large screen phone.
But my counter is it should have been at least 4.5 because movie watching, web browsing, emailing, all that stuff.
That is there, but Apple itself said while launching the 5,
Just this much.
the iPhone 5 when they launched it, so they themselves said it that it's the perfect size for your hand.
They said it for 3.5 as well. Don't trust Apple, please.
I've already lost. Already lost the
12-inch
trust.
tablet as well.
Already lost the trust. So that's there, but
Right, so we both agree that size would appeal to some people. That's why it's there.
it's a niche market which they are targeting.
But they showed those that 30 million users bought iPhones in 2015 with 4-inch size. So it is there, but I believe it's half an inch smaller than what would have been a perfect device otherwise.
That could be there, but then again, the pricing is an issue. Like, especially for
The
India.
pricing. Firstly, let me talk about the whole phone. Then pricing is the best part here. I'll tell you why. Let's talk about the design. Do you like the new design?
It's got the same design, just a metal frame at the back. So, which I personally I do like it. When iPhone 6 was launched, I think with the slimmer design, it became very slippery. But this one, it's much more compact and easier to hold. So, I prefer I like the design.
Actually, if we talk about design and specs a bit later, the specs are similar to iPhone 6s rather than being similar to iPhone 6, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So it won't be an outdated phone. It's got the same camera, same processor, everything. Yet they were comparing it to iPhone 5s quite a lot in the whole launch presentation. They took 3 or 4 jives to it.
Yeah.
So I think the reason is not only because of the screen size, but because they don't want people to buy 5s. They want those buyers to come here.
Yeah. So even as per the rumors, 5S would be discontinued. It would be that this is the new 5S basically, rather than the SE.
The only thing that's not in the new iPhone is I believe the 3D touch. But you had a point for it.
So 3D Touch, it's an add-on feature. It's not really a breakthrough feature. You can achieve the same functionality by a long press rather than being it pressure sensitive. So that's there.
If Apple wants to make the feature ubiquitous, if they want everyone to use it, if they want to set it as an industry standard, I think they could have easily incorporated it.
Then they want to keep the premium flagship aside, and basically they want to segment. As I said, they want to target.
बाकी सब तो डाल दिया, एक 3D touch डालने में problem थी.
Yeah, well,
चलो, now let's come to my favorite part, the pricing.
कल रात तक 30,000.
Let's tell them about this. It is the cheapest iPhone yet. It is only for $299 for 16.
$399.
$399. Sorry, my bad. $399 for 16 GB and $499 for 64 GB. So there is nothing in between. No 32 and nothing beyond 64.
They shouldn't have launched 16 GB at all.
That should have been 32 GB, just like the iPod.
Yeah.
But now let's talk about the pricing. The pricing when you convert $400 into Indian rupees, it's around 26,000 bucks. So 30,000 price in India would be fine.
That works.
And I think tell them about the pricing at night.
So when initial price launch, it was 30,000. In the morning, we came to our office and saw there's an update. 39,000.
39,000 for a 4-inch device.
4-inch
That's got
device.
16 GB capacity, no memory card slot.
And out of which I think 12 GB would be usable. So with the live photos and
You know, in fact, I broke all my piggy banks. I was so fucking excited to buy this as a spare phone for 26,000, for 30,000, for 40,000.
doesn't work.
Why Apple? Why? Okay, on a serious note, so do you think that it can still appeal to people in India?
There is a market, definitely there is people who prefer a smaller inch phone. It's the features are comparable.
And people who don't like OnePlus 2, LG G5, Samsung Galaxy S6. Even Note 5 is apparently cheaper now, yeah?
The thing with Apple is the phones are reliable, as in you can use them.
But my only thing is a screen that big an issue that you will pay 40,000 bucks for just for that petite little screen that can't even fit a fucking video.
As per the facts, there is. Why the fuck did you say fuck? As per the facts, there is. As in the size does appeal to. It matters to a lot of people. Like even I can't use a 5.5 inch phone. Like 4.7, 5 inches is also fine.
5.7. So I think the verdict is final that it is a very good phone, but it's marred by poor pricing.
Yeah.
The phone shows up in India in late April or at tops in early May.
Early May, right.
So those of you who want to buy an Apple iPhone SE special edition, save your money. You'll need a lot of it.